All right, y'all. So, as you probably can see, I am doing a double take here. I already did step 4. I'm now doing step 5. I'm having to catch up on some of my recording. If you've been following the journey a little bit, you will know that I graduated from law school in May, and I took the bar in July. And so I've been busy with finishing law school and then studying for the bar. And then after the bar, of course, getting into the groove of my new job. So it's been a lot going on, a lot of exciting stuff going on. But that's caused me to not be able to record videos like I want to. So I'm trying to catch up a little bit and catch you all up to speed. So, step 5, like I told you, this was exciting for us. This was the pre-drywall walkthrough. So first and foremost, make sure that you bring a camera on your phone. Don't judge my phone, y'all. Or that you bring a professional camera. Either is fine. But you're going to want to make sure you get plenty of pictures and plenty of videos of every single room. Yes, every single room. So we got pictures and videos of downstairs, the next floor, and the top floor. We have a three-story home, and so I wanted to make sure we got pictures and videos of everything. A few questions to ask. Okay, so I have these written down, so bear with me as I'm looking at my notes. Um, but make sure you know, and some of these questions you can ask at the pre-construction meeting. We asked them at the pre-construction meeting, but some of these we also asked at our pre-drywall. So, thermostat locations, where will those be on each floor? If it's if it's a single story home, you still need to know where is the thermostat located. If it's multiple levels, you need to know where those are on each level. Your water heater, what kind? Is it a hybrid? What kind of water heater? What is the visitation policy? So when you are wanting to come out and see your home, because now it's exciting, right? Like you're going to start seeing walls go up. You may want to come in and measure the walls now that you actually will have walls to see, what size your furniture can be. You need to know what the visitation policy is for that builder. Termite treatment. So will they include it, or will you need to make sure you do that after you close on the home? Third-party inspections. I would highly, highly, highly recommend a third-party inspection. And so you can ask your builder, do they allow that? If they don't, I will admit that's a little bit of a red flag, because what are they hiding? That they don't want someone else to come in. However, we definitely did it before our pre-drywall walkthrough. So in terms of timing, like I told you, you have framing, you have the plumbing, HVAC, electrical, all that happening, and then you will have an inspection by the city, county, depending on where you are, and then you will have your pre-drywall walkthrough. When you get that date and time, go ahead and get you an inspector to come out and do a third-party inspection. They will inspect the entire home, give you a report. You can give that to your builder, or your realtor can give it to the builder. And the builder's job is then to look through that report and to basically rectify any issues before you come for this exciting pre-drywall walkthrough, right? Because it's no good for you to come and you're looking at stuff, but you're also seeing things that your inspector pointed out to you that were not good. That should be fixed by the time you come, or at least they should have a solution, for how they plan on fixing it, right? So, next thing, warranty, asking what's covered in the first year, what's covered in 2 years, making sure that you understand where your light panels are in each room. So where will they be in each room? And a really helpful tip is to make sure, if you have a master bedroom with a closet in it, that the light is not behind the door. That's really annoying and it's not practical. When you walk into your closet, you want to be able to flip the switch on the right hand side, and you want the door to open this way. You don't want to walk in, have to go behind the door and turn the switch on. So that's something to remember. Asking again, what's the timeline for completion? Sometimes your builder will do like ours did, and tell us, I don't know, I can't give you a definite date. I don't want you to get your hopes up. But what they will also tell you Whoop. Okay. So I'm having crazy with my laptop. So, what they will tell you is that they can give you a more definite date once your cabinets are installed. So that's kind of like the known indicator. When your cabinets are in, you should be about 60, maybe 70 days from closing. But ask your builder. Always ask your builder that. Um, let's see. Already talked about visitation. If you don't know already, you should be able to see this when you go through your pre-drywall, but you should be able to see um, basically where your lights are. So light fixtures. Everybody does their, lights different. Some people do can lights, some people don't. Some people add extra lights. Some people don't. Depending on whatever you chose, you should be able to see where those lights are. For us, it was really cool to be able to see how many lights we had in our living room area so we could actually see how bright it would be in there, and how much open lighting, not open lighting, natural light we would have coming in based on the windows and how that looked in different times of the day too, because of course our pre-trial was it's not at night, so it was afternoon ish, and so we were able to see how much natural light is in the house on a typical afternoon. Of course, that will change depending on where the sun is setting and all those things, and rising. Um, you also want to know, will you be able to get a fence to the edge of your property lines, and how would that look if you want a fence for privacy, for pets, for children? Is there a lamp post in your yard? You want to know that because that may be flashing right into a bedroom in your home. It may not. For our new home, we actually do have a lamp post in our yard, but it is not flashing into the home. So that's a good thing. It's actually going to be flashing maybe on the side of the home. So it will give us extra lighting outside for safety. But you won't be particularly in a bedroom and have to worry about outside light coming in to disturb you. Um, are your shelves in the kitchen's bottom cabinets standard? Are they rollout shelves? Are they, standard? What does that look like for your cabinets? Wanting to know where your AC unit will be located. Some people are really particular about this. They don't like their AC unit to be on the side of the house where people will be pulling up. Like if they're guests, if they're pulling up to their house, they don't like it to be seen on, the main road where people are coming. Some people don't like their AC unit to be shown on either side. If that's you, you're going to need to get something to cover it as safely as possible, because I would say you always want to make sure your AC unit can breathe. In a sense, it should never be smothered by anything. It should be uncovered. But some people like to know where is it going to be located on, their home, so that they can cover that, or so that they can just be prepared for that. Where is your water shut off? That's good to ask. What is the plan for the yard? So you need to know, do they plan on sodding it all the way, or doing, 40 feet with Bermuda? What does that look like? Understanding that your new sod will require a lot of water. So maybe even asking your builder, how much should I expect to put into the yard maintenance? And then understanding what your plant package will look like. Most builders will tell you we're doing a basic plant package. Others will tell you we add this, that, and the third. So just asking those questions. But I would say whatever you do for your pre-drywall walkthrough, do not be rushed. I wouldn't recommend doing this or trying to do this during a lunch break if you only have an hour for your lunch break, because of course you got a lot of time to get to the home and then to get back to work. I would say to take some time off, at least an hour and a half, at least, because you want to give yourself time to walk comfortably through the home, ask questions, as many as you want. This is your house. Remember that. It's your house. Ask questions. You're building this house. So you want to be able to walk through the home, ask questions, get explanations of things, know where things are, because this is your last time seeing the house before walls go up, okay? Sometimes even before insulation goes in. Like I told you in the previous video, it depends. Some builders put insulation and then your drywall. some people will do no insulation. They'll have you come in for the pre-drywall and then do insulation and drywall. So it just depends on the builder. But either way, you want to make sure that you're asking whatever questions you have. You want to make sure you're giving yourself time. And for us, as you will see in the pictures that I'll feature at the end, you want to give time for you and your family to enjoy that time together. For us, like I said, we're Christians, so we are Christians, and so we wrote scriptures on different framing. I can include some of those scriptures in the description box, I believe, if you're interested. But it was a super great time. We did not bring my son for that because he was in school, and we felt like that would be a great experience for him, but probably something that he would not want to be there for 2 hours for, or plus 4. So he was not a part of that, but we definitely put scriptures all over his room, other rooms in the home. Every area of our home had scriptures because, again, we want to make sure this home is dedicated to the Lord, and that underneath the foundation, underneath the walls, we have blessed it and we have put God's word all over our home. But do whatever you prefer. Of course, again, it is your home. But remember, this is the last opportunity before you will have walls up. And so things will be covered and hidden and harder to see. So I would say main things to take from this is, number 1, take plenty of pictures, take plenty of videos of every single room in your home. Number 2, get a third-party inspector. It is maybe a few $100s, but it is so worth it, literally, to have someone who is not the builder been able to go into the home and tell you what could be improved, right? And for Eastwood, our inspector didn't have much, right? He didn't have much that was wrong, which was great. That spoke to the quality of the homes that Eastwood builds. However, he did have a few things, and our builder was fine with it. He was glad, actually, that he had an extra eye come in. And so, like I told you in the previous video, if a builder does not want you to come in, might be a red flag. Just saying. What do you have to hide? Why don't you want another eye? Something to think about and consider. But I think that wraps it up for the pre-drywall. After that, like I said, walls are going up, and then trim and all the other fun jazz. And so we are not at that stage yet. Right now, we have drywall hung and we have exterior stone and siding and those things. So I will keep you all posted as we go through the journey. Leave any questions in the comments below, and I will include those things below in terms of the scriptures that we use. And yeah, that's what I'm going to include, and pictures at the end of this. See y'all in the next video.
But it's not as hot as it would be if you didn't have this awesome roof sheathing.
Yeah, I was saying, like, it's cooler. Wow. It's cooler than what it was on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like Tuesday, we were here. It was like, right, we were like sweating. We like instantly started like sweating when we was up here.
But things to point out up here is like that you won't see is this silver roof sheathing. Mm-hmm. It's a radiant barrier, so that keeps, even though you're conditioned up here, that keeps that unconditioned space a lot cooler and just overall more efficient in the house. All your shutoffs for your water. So where the water's coming into the house, if it has a problem, like, we gotta shut it off. That's where you come. So like if your house, God forbid, there's just water pouring out of the ceiling, you don't know where it's coming from, shut the water off.
Okay.
That thing's a pressure reducing valve because the water pressure from the street and from the town is so high that it would blow fixtures off the countertops and stuff. So we gotta reduce it down to, it's like 80 PSI.
You're not supposed to touch those, though.
You don't need to touch it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let the plumber do it if you have to.
Okay.
The light's gonna go there. It's kind of on that bracket so we can center it in between the truss so it hits right in the middle of the room. These are supplies. So this is where the air's coming out. And then that square over there is your return. So every floor is gonna have a return on it. And even the next one floor down, you're gonna have 2. You've got one in the main area and one in the master.
Okay.
I'll point that out.
Okay.
But you were right, that brown wire, that's also got the bracket on it, so that's got the fan, the wire for the fan and the bracket to hold it.
And everyone that's like that has the fan pre-wire.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I think I gotta look at the selections, but I think you did, because you're gonna get that wainscoting in here. So we wanna make sure all those outlets are below the wainscoting. because as soon as you get that like squares. So that is called makeup air. Basically just a pass-through grate, because the door can be closed and you can run the dryer and it's still gonna get air.
Okay.
Oh,
So
good. Okay.
That's, and for some reason,
So this right here will it will stay open?
yeah, but it'll have a grate on it, like a vent.
Yeah.
Here and in here.
This is an exhaust fan?
Yep.
Okay.
And you can see it basically goes straight outside. And what I'm gonna tell you is, when you take a hot shower, it's good to run them. I mean, these houses are sealed up so tight these days. It's like you want to get that kind of damp air out of here.
Okay.
So you run it for like either during or after your shower, 10-15 minutes, that kind of thing. Just kind of get that air moving out.
Okay.
Question about
You got it in this room here, and then the dining room, and basically the rest of the floor.
Okay.
And then this is a door. This is a double door. It's not just an opening. So you get that. This is like the study.
Yeah, the double doors, right?
Yeah, with the transom window on the top.
Perfect.
yeah.
It's gonna be
I just-
rose gold pink.
I just have to try and remember all these different little studies, dinings. Yeah, it's a lot of options.
How many houses do you have out here right
Look for a stud. You're so far away from this that you're not going to hit it like by accident. So that's why it's strapped off. And then, but still, you just want to make sure you know that that's there.
So do not hit that.
Don't hit that. This big massive pipe in here, this is your radon. If you like do an inspection and you find that the house has radon, which you generally don't get with a slab or in this area, but if it has radon, this is a way to get rid of it. Like we've already roughed in the pipe, so if you have radon, all you have to do is add the fan.
Okay.
There's all this, yeah.
This is
Because if that's not there, you have to do this like
room
ugly
beside
pipe
the
off
master.
the outside of the house.